Hello again. We are here post-game with Nelly.
And what were the scores, Ben?
I think I got 210, and what did you get?
6 less.
Okay. The all-important that she got less than me. I'll be honest, I was not expecting it.
It was a very close game.
She basically got nearly all of the end-game objectives. And her compost pile was very large. It was probably 5 times the number of points. I had 5 compost cards and you had 20-something.
Yes, significantly a lot. One of the bigger changes was the 11 points for the first person to complete the tableau. That's where Ben got another 4 points from.
I still would have won, I'm just saying, okay, internet.
We also really liked this, although because we played 2-player, we didn't, neither of us used this ability actually, because we weren't being triggered the bottom abilities as often as if you played with more than 2 people.
Yeah.
But the idea of having the sprout storage, because we both nearly maxed out our sprout storage as well, so we would have ended up using it.
Yes.
And also, the other new feature, which was the seeds.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much the seeds would come into play, even though when you explained it, I was like, okay, but I was thinking to myself, there aren't that many cards being added into the decks, and all of those are not going to have, hey, get a seed. But it actually turned out that we both ended up with cards.
Yeah, I think I went through maybe 4 or 5 seeds.
Yeah.
And then I used one of my leaves at the end to change into a seed. Yeah. But what it did was, I found with playing Earth previously, is it's the luck of the draw with the card and the abilities that you get. And if you end up with no card in your tableau that allows you to compost from your hand, how else are you going to compost from your hand? So that's what I actually used my seed ability. I think it was 3 or 4 times I composted from my hand.
Yeah, when you did it at the very end of the game, I was like, I hadn't noticed you doing it any other time because I'm so focused on my game. But when you did it at the very end, I was like, oh no, that's way more efficient than what I just did.
Yes. because it allows you to compost 4 from your hand. So that's 4 points going straight into your compost.
Yeah.
Other than like doing a last kind of, do I spend my sprouts to get soil to then be able to play that card, but that card's VP is not as much as that would have the other way around. So yeah, no, we both really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was telling Nelly before her and Katie, another friend, who you might have seen on the channel, had gotten pretty good at this game before Earth Abundance arrived. So I'd sort of been like, oh, I'm not playing this game with them. They're both way too good at it. Nelly also takes notes at the beginning of every single game. Okay, I need to be tracking this.
That's just how my brain needs to keep track. When we're playing it in person, it's not so bad because all the elements are there in front of you. But when you play it on BGA, it tracks stuff, but then it doesn't track that stuff, which I think is one improvement that maybe BGA needs to. Because you can go into it and you can click through the cards and it says you've got such and such of it, but that's, if you just, with a glimpse, I think it needs to have that.
Yeah, that's right, because I know this is totally an aside, but on BGA you can actually click, is it the question mark or something?
Yes, and
it'll tell you your progress.
And then it tells you what other people's progress is as well. But if it could show that just flat on the screen without having to click in anywhere or click through stuff.
So what did you think about the new cards that do stuff with other players?
So I didn't have any that activated abilities for Ben, but Ben surprisingly played a socialist card that I got the use of twice.
Yeah.
But again, I think the more people you have playing in the game, the more that stuff would be activated.
Yes, definitely. But I think the only ones we did were the ones where you count something on someone else's board and you get something based on that one. So that was the 4th one.
Yeah, so the yellow one.
And the one that I did was this one, which was like, I choose someone else and they get this benefit.
But because you were playing 2, it was me every time.
I didn't want to give it to
Ben
her.
wouldn't have.
I'm not normally this kind of player.
Yes. Oh, and I did do the germinate ability twice.
Yes, I did.
So I went through quite a lot of seeds actually, because I got a card early on in my tableau that I think it was a yellow ability.
Okay.
It was yellow or blue, I think, that gave me a seed every time that one got activated. So twice, because the deck is significantly dense, you flip it and then you go through the bottom until you find a card that has that germinate ability that you specified before you start looking.
When you did that, I was a little bit worried, thinking, oh no, this was also around the time that Nelly scored about 3 endgame objectives. And I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no. I should have been paying attention to this. I ended up with a stupid amount of cards in my hand. Yes. I don't know how that happened.
You did. Oh, you should have. Oh, if only you got the terrain card that was for cards left in your hand points.
I probably would have ignored it, discarded it, knowing myself.
Oh, also, with our end of game scoring points ones, that's another reason why I found it was easier, because one was 2 rows, they were newer ones, because one that had 8 soil on it. What was the other one? And the other one was a pickup card one.
Yeah, so
and then
one
it was just
like
yellow.
5 cards that have pick up a card as part of their action. And then it was the soil one and the yellow and the columns. Yeah, they were all really, really actually pretty straightforward, although I had miscounted like how many times.
So there was a lot less consideration every time you got a new card, thinking, oh, do I need it for this? No, do I need it for that? It was pretty much columns you can do anytime. It was just soil and colour. And one of the other ecosystem and the fauna both had yellow cards, so that worked out really well. A lot less to keep track of.
We didn't have any of those in between turns things that they were talking about.
I think that was more the sprout. So the seed, sorry. Because it says
so part of the new turn structure is step 4 is play between turn events, and I'm not.
I think that is classified as the
seeds. Okay,
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because the one before, so you have your normal activate major minor, so it's the 4 colours across the top. The person who played it gets the higher benefit, I get the minor benefit. Number 2 is activate ability, so that's both on your tableau and on your island and your climate. And then 3rd is moving sprouts, so moving sprouts from your storage onto your tableau is one of the new movements. The 4th is the play between turn events. So I think that's when you wait for everyone to do anything, finish all their stuff, and then you do all the seed.
I guess that does make sense if you decide to germinate as well. You would want to do it in a specific order. Yeah, okay. All right.
So once everyone has finished doing all their card stuff and everything. Yeah, okay. So I think the seed is the between turn events.
I'm looking forward. I think that this game is back in our rotation for me.
Definitely.
Anyway.
No, I love it.
So I really liked it. I liked Earth before, but like I said, I was sort of like, well, they're way too good at it now, so I'm not as keen to play it anymore. This win for me is going to be a rarity, I can tell you right now. But I like this. What about you?
No, I really enjoyed it. It added just that little bit extra that I think was missing from Earth to begin with, was that ability to you spend that seed to do a conversion for any type of the resource, basically. Oh, the only resource that you couldn't convert it for was for a specific number of cards on top. That was your germinate.
Yes.
Where you searched.
Yeah, you couldn't draw cards.
Correct.
You could only germinate.
Yeah.
Looking for a specific kind of card that you have to say before, which I like as well.
Yes.
Because you have to specifically say what you're looking for.
And they have a card that gives you a list of the things that you can specify.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this expansion is a must-have, must-play.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because it also, like you said, because I always felt like with the base game, we were always starved of a resource, whatever that resource might be. Like, oh, I need this and I don't have any.
Soil.
Now I'm going to have to spend like 3 turns trying to get it. And so it was always like that. But with the seeds now, it's like, it's fine. I can just spend a seed and get what I need. That rhymed.
And I think with the Earth's ability that everyone's doing stuff at exactly the same time, I think we found there's only one point in the game where I was just twiddling my thumbs for maybe 5 seconds while Ben finished his turn.
I also went to the toilet in there, I think. So
I didn't count that one. We'd be there forever. No.
All right. I'm going to put in this discussion, I'm going to insert some of the photos of the new pieces in the deluxe pack that Nelly got as well.
We really love the new deluxe items.
Yeah, I thought that the game was really... might as well discuss that. So I thought that the base game was really fiddly, and because it's all just generic tokens, it wasn't very fun. I find the soil the most mundane part of it now because it's just like, it's a number. Good on ya.
I did really enjoy creating the trees. It is very thematic, and the sprouts, again, for those of us with slightly fumble fingers or their eyesight's getting a bit terrible these days, just to have that extra part to hold on to with the sprouts was really quite good.
And the trees stood up to the test of time.
Oh, they were perfect. So yes, I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Yep, love it. Can't wait for the next expansion, which is probably going to be 34% more cost.
Yes. So they, on the Kickstarter stuff they sent us, they were going to announce the next expansion, which was more animal themed, I think.
Yeah, so when's Earth Day? Because that's when they said they were
I think I looked, it was 22nd of April or something. It's the end of this month, basically.
Very near, very near. Okay,
Yeah.
so, and I think they also said that the next one is going to be quicker, didn't they?
I believe so. But
Yeah.
stay tuned because everything's kind of up in the air
that's
at the
true.
moment. With
But
all
the
this
people
stuff.
who make this game also apparently go on some big family holiday because they sent us. Did I send that to you?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Because I was like, oh, Nelly doesn't care about this one. I'm not saying
Nelly does care about that stuff.
So every time there was like a Kickstarter update, I would email it over to Nelly and say, hey, Nelly, have a look at this.
And I'm like,
But this one was sort of like, there's nothing about the game in here. They're talking about some stupid holiday they're taking.
Yes. Oh, that's right, because it involved quokkas.
Yes. Okay, that's all I've got. Do you have anything else?
No, I just really enjoyed it. It was
Same.
definitely
Oh, do we want to talk about how these can go either horizontal or vertical? Really clever. I like it a lot.
Or that way,
Yeah, because...
depending on your table size.
Yeah, exactly. And my table's not small, but when the boards do take up a lot of space. But
So Ben and I played top and top. So our tableaus were in the same line and our boards were in the same line. So we both used this one on the side.
which I think is the one that has all the how to spin the seed, because I don't think the other side has it. Oh no, it does. It's just
It
along
does.
the
It's
top.
just up
I
top.
completely missed that.
I quite like that part, up the top. Also, we just kept all the new resources in their boxes. They're labelled. They sit really well on either side, so both of us could reach it, and it was really good.
It went that. Yeah, and I love that. I love that the deluxe box with all the boxes inside the boxes.
And they're going to fit together, and it's going to look pretty.
Yeah, because you can. The fact that you can use them, just have them sitting there in the boxes to get it. It's just great.
Yes,
Love it.
definitely.
Love it so much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thumbs up all round.
And until the next expansion. Woo!
Yay!